Hello, everyone. I'm excited, and I know you are as well, about us being together again for corporate worship on Sunday morning, May 31st. And I have missed being together. I know that you have as well. And I'm stoked about being together again. And I know that our church family is very ready for a resumption of worship. By now, you've noticed that I'm standing outside of the church building, and I'm doing this because I want to explain a little bit about our plans for Sunday, May 31st, and for a number of weeks following, and that is for worship in our gymnasium area. Now, I want to turn and just show you that what you see over my shoulder, that is the front parking lot. And so if you pull in out front, you're in that parking lot. And then if I turn this way, you'll notice that on the other side of the carport area is the rear parking lot. And so some of you perhaps have not been back here very often, but I just want to point out that this is going to be where we will enter and exit on that Sunday morning. So when you enter the campus, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to park either in the front lot or the back parking lot, but you're going to want to be down at the northern end of the campus, the end where this carport structure is, and the entrance to our gymnasium door. That's what's going to be important. And a great place for you to start thinking about where you're going to park your car as you arrive. Now, when you enter, you're going to come under this carport and into these doors like the one that you see behind me, and you're going to come into a little atrium area or a little vestibule that looks like this. And when you get to this point, we're going to have greeters, of course, and we're going to have some people here with the little infrared thermometers, and they're going to take everyone's temperature as you enter the building. Now, the reason we're doing this is one of the stipulations that our government authorities have asked us to do in order to make sure that we are protecting our church family. And so don't be put off by that. Stop, smile. They will smile as well. And quickly, it just takes a matter of a few seconds. We will get your temp, and be sure that you have a normal temperature, and then you will be able to enter through the doors that you see behind me into the gymnasium area. Our theme for the day is a socially distanced worship experience. And so I just want to remind you that the reason we've chosen the gym is because it is literally the only floor space on the whole campus that is large enough for us to set up in a socially distanced way. And I'm showing you what that looks like. There are chairs all over the gym and all around the back wall. There are even a few around what we could call the balcony area. And this gives us a total seating capacity of 192 people in a safely distanced arrangement in this room. It is the only spot on the campus where that is even remotely possible. And so what that means is when you get here that day, the rest of the campus will not be available. It is not going to be unlocked. We're going to ask that people enter through the carport into the gym area and then exit through the very same doors and return to your car. The only restrooms that we will have available on the campus are the two in the gymnasium at the rear of the worship area as we have it set up. And the reason for that is we are required to sanitize constantly as people are using these facilities. Now, behind me is one of two sets of doors that leads down the hallways toward our educational area and also toward the fellowship hall and the remainder of the church campus. And as I've mentioned already, we're not going to be allowing access to that part of the campus. Any room that any of you enter on that day has to be thoroughly sanitized afterward. And so for people to go all over the campus would create a huge burden, really, for housekeeping and cleanup. Finally, on that day, the only program we have is the worship service. No childcare of any kind, no small groups or classes. We're going to come for a family-oriented worship experience here. We're going to rejoice together at God's faithfulness to us. We're going to reveal the identity of the candidate that the pastor search team is recommending to the church. We're going to give thanks, worship, and then we're going to depart. And that will be the pattern that we will be in through most of the summer. We're hopeful that we can gradually add things back and return to a more normal schedule by the second Sunday of August. And of course, that depends on what happens with COVID-19 and what kind of restrictions are in place for us. So pray about that. That is our goal. And in the meantime, we're just going to make a tabernacle out of this gymnasium and trust that God is ready and prepared to meet with us as we worship Him. Now, there will still be online teaching offered every week. If you're not comfortable yet coming out, we're making that available. If you've been sick and you're not sure you should be out, what we're doing now will continue as a backup offering in case you're not able to attend that day. And finally, I just want to say that if you're more comfortable wearing a mask to worship that day, please feel free to do that. I think by now we're all kind of used to that. So do what makes you feel comfortable. I hope that you will be in prayer, that this will be a wonderful, God-centered Thanksgiving service on May 31st. And it's looking more and more like this is going to be a very exciting summer at Heatherwood. And we certainly pray so. So we will see you, God willing, Sunday morning on the 31st of May at 11 a.m. God bless.